Hello, I'm Dr. Alan Thornhill and I'm the UK Country Manager at Igenomix. I'm going to tell you briefly about our pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, or PGD, test. PGD for single gene disorders is a genetic test performed on the embryo before it's transferred to the uterus. The aim is to prevent serious genetic disorders in children of couples at high risk of passing on such disorders. Here at Igenomix, we can perform PGD for practically any single gene disorder diagnosed in a family. However, not all genetic disorders are caused by mutations in single genes, and therefore not all of them can be detected by means of this type of diagnosis. Before performing the PGD test on embryos, we'll ask for a series of blood samples. These allow us to do two things. First, to check that the specific mutation which is about to be studied in the embryos can be detected. Second, we study a number of genetic markers acting as a kind of DNA fingerprint, which are within or closely linked to the mutation. When used during the PGD, they can reconfirm the result of the mutation and provide greater reliability in diagnosis. The PGD process itself consists of 3 steps. Step 1, in vitro fertilization. In order to perform PGD, cells from embryos need to be analysed, and thus, regardless of the fertility history, an in vitro fertilization cycle is required to produce embryos. Step 2, biopsy of the embryos. The embryo biopsy can be performed on day 3 of development when 1 cell can be taken, or on day 5 or 6 when the embryo is a blastocyst and when a few cells can be taken using a technique called trophectoderm biopsy. Step 3, preparing and sending the cells for analysis. The biopsied cells are carefully placed into a small tube and sent to Igenomix for testing. Here at Igenomix, the accuracy and reliability of PGD is over 98%, but owing to the small possibility of error, we recommend prenatal testing to confirm an unaffected pregnancy. Worldwide, PGD has helped thousands of couples to have children unaffected by the genetic disease they carry, and is now available for hundreds of different disorders. Here at Igenomix, we have a specialist team with more than 15 years' experience in genetics. Our experts are professional, reliable and approachable, and are available to help guide both professionals and patients throughout the entire process. At Igenomix, we have now helped couples in more than 2,500 treatment cycles involving more than 300 different diseases. Finally, I'd like to thank you for placing your trust in Igenomix, and I wish you well on your journey towards having a healthy family.